Praise Yahweh forever. Shabbat Shalom, my royal family. Today's lesson is titled, Hell is not full of the people Yahweh rejected. It's full of the people who rejected Yahweh. Now, family, this may be one of the hardest truths for people to accept, but sometimes the truth is uncomfortable. For generations, people have painted Yahweh as some cruel ruler sitting in heaven looking for reasons to destroy people. Every time judgment is mentioned, people blame Yahweh. Every time consequences arrive, people blame Yahweh. Every time something goes wrong, somehow Yahweh gets blamed. But let me ask you a question. Did Yahweh really reject them first, or did they reject Yahweh? Because when we open the scriptures, we see something completely different. We see warning after warning, mercy after mercy, opportunity after opportunity. Look at Cain. Before Cain committed his sin, Yahweh warned him. Yahweh didn't just punish him without speaking to him first. Yahweh warned him. Look at the generation of Noah. They were warned. Look at Pharaoh. He was warned. Look at Israel. Prophet after prophet was sent to them again and again and again. The pattern never changes. Yahweh warns before every judgment. Yahweh corrects before every consequences. Yahweh calls before he condemns. And if you think I'm making that up, let's go to the words of Yahweh himself. Listen to what he says in Deuteronomy. Yahweh says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life. Note what it said. Choose life. That means a choice exists. That means Yahweh placed two paths before mankind and allowed us to decide which one we would walk. Many people want the blessings of Yahweh without the laws of Yahweh. They want protection without obedience. They want favor without submission. They want promises without commitment. Then when the consequences of their choices arrive, they point their finger toward heaven. But Yahweh did not choose their path for them. They chose it themselves. Choose wisely and stop blaming Yahweh for your downfalls. Imagine living your life however you please with no reverence for the great I am, Yahweh. Imagine waking up every day enjoying his air, his food, his creation, his mercy, his protection, yet never acknowledging him, never thanking him, never obeying him, never seeking him, and then blaming him when life falls apart. Family, that doesn't make sense. And do you know what the whole duty of man is? Not my words, not your pastor's words, not tradition. Let's hear what Yahweh says through Solomon. At the conclusion of the matter, Solomon says, Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Not part of it, not when life gets difficult, not when you're sick, not when money gets tight, not when you're forced. The whole duty of man. And when I say fear Yahweh, I'm not talking about the kind of fear where you're only serving him because you're terrified of consequences. I'm talking about a loving fear, a reverent fear, the kind of fear where you love Yahweh so much that you don't want to grieve him, the kind of fear where you don't want him to turn his face away from you, the kind of fear where obedience becomes a privilege instead of a burden. Oh, Yahweh, have mercy upon us, because life can be so beautiful when it is lived according to your ways. A life filled with peace, a life filled with wisdom, a life filled with purpose, a life filled with divine protection. That is one of the greatest blessings a person could ever receive. Yet many people spend their entire lives trying to impress people. People who, if you die today, would eventually move on. The applause fades, the attention fades, the followers fade, the trends fade, the popularity fades, but Yahweh remains. And at the end of the day, the question won't be how many people knew your name. The question will be whether you knew Yahweh. Because what does it profit a person to gain everything this world has to offer and lose their soul. Family, let me go a little deeper. I know somebody is probably thinking right now, but what about newborns? What about children who didn't get a chance? And this is where we have to humble ourselves and remember that Yahweh sees what we cannot see. Let's go to the prophet Jeremiah for a moment. Listen to what Yahweh says. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Think about that. Before the womb, before birth, before a heartbeat, before a name. Yahweh knew. Yahweh sees what we cannot see. He knows the beginning from the end. He knows every choice we have made, every choice we are making, and every choice we would have made if given the opportunity. His understanding is beyond ours. His knowledge is beyond ours. His wisdom is beyond ours. We see moments. Yahweh sees eternity. That is why we must be careful about accusing Yahweh of being unfair, because we do not possess his understanding. We do not possess his knowledge. We do not see what he sees. Yet people are quick to blame him, quick to accuse him, quick to question him, but slow to examine themselves. Family, Yahweh is not some cruel ruler looking for reasons to punish people. Yahweh is loving. Yahweh is merciful. Yahweh is patient. But Yahweh is also just. And because he sees what no human being can see, his judgments are based on knowledge far beyond our understanding. Now let's return to the title of this lesson. Hell is not full of people who desperately loved Yahweh and wanted righteousness with all their hearts. It is full of people who rejected him, people who loved darkness more than light, people who loved their own desires more than truth, people who continually chose their own way over Yahweh's way. People who kept saying, I'll serve Yahweh later. People who kept postponing obedience. People who kept ignoring correction. People who never truly wanted Yahweh. And that's what makes it so heartbreaking. The one who gave them life, the one who woke them up every morning, the one who fed them, protected them, provided for them, showed mercy toward them, was the very one they refused. Think about that. The creator of heaven and earth extending mercy day after day, year after year, and still being rejected. Yahweh is not a tyrant. A tyrant gives no choice. A tyrant gives no warning. A tyrant gives no opportunity to change. But Yahweh has always given mankind a choice, and mankind has repeatedly chosen rebellion. Yet even now, Yahweh is still calling, still warning, still teaching, still extending mercy, still giving people the opportunity to return. That is love. That is patience. That is mercy. So choose Yahweh today, not tomorrow, not when life becomes difficult, not when fear finally catches up to you. Choose him because he is worthy. Choose him because he is righteous. Choose him because he is Yahweh. And let me tell you something from my heart. Living for Yahweh is not the burden the world makes it out to be. The enemy wants you to believe righteousness is hard. He wants you to believe obedience is miserable. He wants you to believe serving Yahweh means losing your freedom. But that's the greatest deception. True freedom is found in righteousness. True peace is found in Yahweh. True joy is found in Yahweh. True purpose is found in Yahweh. The first step is simply humbling yourself before him and saying, Yahweh, I'm ready to come home. Teach me your ways and guide my steps. And if you seek him sincerely with all your heart, your life will never be the same. Choose life. Choose righteousness. Choose Yahweh, because hell is not full of the people Yahweh rejected. It's full of the people who rejected Yahweh. Shabbat Shalom. Praise Yahweh forever.